currently is in some hot water, man, firing shots at Camila Cardoso.
The inconsistencies in coverage when it comes to certain players in the league.
There's something going on with gambling in the WNBA.
This is absolutely wild. Angel Reese just lit a firestorm after throwing shade at her own teammates on live TV. And this wasn't some harmless little comment. She openly implied that certain players might not even be around next season. The reaction was instant, because when a star makes remarks like that, it's not just frustration, it's a shot fired. The Chicago Sky, a team already desperate for stability, suddenly finds itself rattled to the core. Fans didn't just hear disappointment in Reese's tone. They heard a message with serious implications. And when the locker room is already fragile after a bad season, words like that hit different. This wasn't just an offhand remark. It was a spark that could ignite a full-blown feud inside the franchise.
It's hard as hell these last 9 games. Give it your all. That's all you got. The game can be taken away from you at any time. So just maximize it. I'm sure that all of us are going to be on this team next year together.
The ripple effects were immediate. Reese's comments weren't confined to Chicago. They shook the entire WNBA. Analysts instantly labeled them a bombshell. Fans filled social media with speculation. And inside the locker room, the tension reportedly skyrocketed. At the very heart of the drama, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, 2 young stars with big expectations. What might have been dismissed as a small rivalry now looks like the opening chapter of a much bigger saga. This isn't just about ego. It's about leadership, direction, and who really controls the future of the Sky. And when those questions hang in the air, every move becomes amplified.
Chicago Sky have had an extremely disappointing 2025 season. I'm telling you right now, it was horrible.
To see why this is so explosive, you have to step back. The Chicago Sky just finished one of the roughest seasons in their history. 13 wins, 27 losses, nothing but disappointment. The painful part? Just 1 year earlier, things looked promising. They had drafted Camila Cardoso at number 3 and Angel Reese at number 7. Fans were buzzing with excitement, convinced that the franchise had struck gold. But the dream of a quick turnaround came crashing down. Injuries piled up, play was inconsistent, and the tension on the court was clear for anyone watching. Instead of building a foundation, the Sky looked like they were unraveling. And now, the very players brought in to save the team are at the center of its turmoil.
Their 2024 WNBA draft by getting standout center Camila Cardoso with number 3 pick, snagging Angel Reese.
Amid all that failure, one player became impossible to ignore, Angel Reese. Whether the team won or lost, she was everywhere. Interviews, highlight reels, viral clips, even national coverage. She became the face of the Sky's brand, drawing attention far beyond what the standings suggested. But here's the trade-off. When you attract that much spotlight, you also attract the harshest scrutiny. Every move, every expression, every soundbite becomes magnified. Reese wasn't just a rookie anymore. She became a symbol, for better and for worse. And when she dropped those comments about next season's roster, the reaction was louder than anyone could have expected.
The Sky roster change. If there has been one silver lining to the Sky 2025 season, is that Angel Reese took another step in her development and appears disdained to become one of the league's.
The media instantly shifted its focus. Reese's stats and highlight plays were no longer the only story. Analysts began dissecting her personality, her relationships, and most importantly, her dynamic with Camila Cardoso. And that's where things got messy. Reese was a star who stole headlines, but Cardoso quietly put up an incredibly solid season. 15.7 points, 8.1 rebounds, efficient, dependable basketball. The kind of production coaches love. Yet she rarely got the spotlight. Fans started asking why. Was it media bias? Was it Reese's personality overpowering the narrative? Or was it simply the politics of modern sports, where charisma often outweighs quiet excellence?
Chicago, as they get prepared to try to make a running man back in this thing, but I feel like that season is definitely over, so they got to get prepared for.
Fans quickly fueled the debate. On one side, you had Reese, a magnetic personality, always in the spotlight, loved by some, criticized by others. On the other side, Cardoso, consistent, quiet, and respected for her efficiency. 2 players, Two different styles of leadership, forced to share the same court and locker room. And when you combine those styles with a losing season, it's a recipe for speculation. Social media caught fire, fans dissected every interaction, and people wondered if Reese's comments were actually aimed directly at Cardoso. Suddenly, this wasn't just about basketball. It was about identity, leadership, and who the team would rally behind moving forward.
Cardoso and her has been, from the outside looking in, definitely been having some situations going down.
The situation escalated rapidly. Locker room dynamics became the hottest topic in the WNBA. Twitter and TikTok exploded with clips of the two, fan edits, and even memes about their rivalry. Analysts debated whether Reese's roster comment was a veiled shot at Cardoso or just frustration spilling out. Fans argued over which player represented the true future of the Sky. And the biggest worry? That this feud could poison the chemistry of a team already on shaky ground. The Sky weren't just battling opponents anymore. They were fighting to hold their own locker room together.
Talking about her today in this whole situation.
So what actually lit this fire? It all came down to Reese's postseason press comments. She told reporters that players needed to enjoy the moment because some teammates might not be around next year. At first, it sounded like a reflective statement about the reality of sports. Rosters change all the time, but context matters. The season had just collapsed, frustration was high, and her delivery carried a sharp edge. To many fans, it didn't sound like reflection. It sounded like a warning. And once those words hit social media, the interpretations multiplied instantly.
Now, Angel Reese took it upon herself to speak about next year's, yes, I said it, next year's roster. And she let it be known, some of these people ain't going to be here next year, bro.
That's when the storm truly hit. Fans and media were quick to assume Reese's words were aimed directly at Camila Cardoso. After all, the two had been quietly competing for leadership all season. Was Reese hinting that Cardoso's future in Chicago was insecure? Or was she simply frustrated after a brutal season? Either way, the damage was done. Headlines labeled it a call-out. Social media framed it as a feud, and the timing couldn't have been worse. With only 9 games left and emotions at their peak, every word felt like a dagger. Reese's comments instantly shifted from casual reflection to full-on controversy.
Yes, and many people were saying Angel Reese has fired shots at Camila Cardoso. With those comments there, when did this go down, bro? Whoa.
Now let's get to the core. Angel Reese versus Camila Cardoso. On the court, you can feel the tension. Reese is explosive, powerful, and magnetic, thriving in the spotlight with a bold, larger-than-life personality. Cardoso is her opposite, steady, efficient, and quietly dominant in ways that don't always make highlight reels but win respect from coaches and purists. Together, they should be the Sky's dynamic duo. Instead, their contrasting styles are creating a silent rivalry that's becoming impossible to ignore.
Yeah, I've had a relationship with her probably for over a year now. She's been having my back through everything, and it's just great to have a legend that has done so many great things for New York and see her name on the ground, on the court, and I just admire everything that she does, and she continues to show up for me, and I just appreciate it.
Some fans are even saying that in key areas, Cardoso has already outshined Reese. Her post footwork, her defensive awareness, her consistency, all elite. Yet, when the cameras roll, it's Reese who dominates the headlines, the interviews, the highlight reels. That imbalance has sparked endless debates. Is this media bias, or just a reality of how sports celebrates charisma? Does Reese truly deserve the spotlight, or is Cardoso undervalued because she doesn't play to the cameras? These questions are everywhere, and are adding fuel to a rivalry that the media can't stop feeding.
I just try to inspire myself after Angel. She's a great rebounder, so I just try to go out there and do the same thing.
And remember, all of this is happening while the team's future hangs in limbo. The Sky are staring down a massive offseason with tough choices about trades, contracts, and the roster's direction. So when Reese said some teammates might not be here next year, it wasn't just vague talk. It was a siren. Fans heard it as a warning of change, and insiders treated it as a signal that front office decisions are coming. In a struggling franchise, words like that don't fade away. They stick, they grow, and they spark speculation that spreads like wildfire.
For me to be a little bit more demonstrative in my actions.
Some fans are convinced Reese was pointing at Cardoso, directly or indirectly. Others say it's just the natural heat of competition. After all, both are ambitious, both want to lead, and both are fighting to find their role as the face of the franchise. Reese has charisma and the media's attention, while Cardoso relies on production and professionalism. In a vacuum, it might just be normal competition. But add a disastrous 13-27 record, high expectations, and frustrated fans, and suddenly the rivalry feels like a volcano about to erupt.
I think I did a great job. Shout out to my teammates.
And if this story wasn't hot enough, the media threw gasoline on it. Every press conference, every sideline exchange, every subtle comment became headline material. Reese's remarks, amplified by sharp reporting, ensured this wasn't going away quietly. It stopped being just locker room gossip. It became a league-wide narrative. Fans devoured it, analysts debated it, and even rival teams started paying attention. For Reese and Cardoso, this wasn't just about personal drama anymore. Their reputations, leadership, and careers were now being framed by this feud in real time.
I think that's one thing that's very underrated about me, and I like to give this. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rookies are out here trying to shine. Paige Buchers dropped a 44-point game, instantly cementing herself as the Rookie of the Year frontrunner. Sonia Citron has been turning heads with her versatility and skill set, drawing praise from analysts. But here's the tragedy. Instead of celebrating these rising stars, the spotlight is consumed by Chicago's drama. Reese's remarks are drowning out their achievements, leaving them to fight harder for recognition. Rookie of the Year should be about production and consistency, but visibility matters. And right now, the headlines belong to Reese and the Skies feud.
Paige Buchers has run away with Rookie of the Year. It is hers. Nobody else is even in the mix. I know that we are talking about Sony Citron and we are talking about Kiki Ariafen earlier on in the season, but it seems like as of late, it is the Paige Buchers show. She is breaking all of these records and it's Paige.
That's the power and the curse of Angel Reese's presence. She is a lightning rod. Every move, every post, every comment gets amplified to the extreme. That spotlight keeps fans engaged, but it also distorts the narrative, overshadowing incredible young talent in the league. Still, as frustrating as it is, this drama also adds to the WNBA's appeal. The mix of rising stars, veteran personalities, and locker room politics creates storylines that make the league more captivating than ever. And for fans, the chaos is part of the entertainment.
Just continue to build Michaela's confidence. She was here in New York. She won Rookie of the Year, so just knowing that you got to continue to just tell her, like, I told her in the game, I was like, I can't handle it.
Put all of this together, the subtle court tension, the viral online debates, the rookie race heating up, and you see why the story has exploded. This isn't just about one comment or one feud. It's a snapshot of everything that makes professional sports so fascinating. Ego, ambition, identity, team futures, media narratives, and millions of fans dissecting every move. Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, the Chicago Sky, and even the league itself are caught in a drama with layers that will keep unfolding long after the season ends.
Had to pull up, and I like that type of energy. Y'all know me, man. I'll pull back on you in a minute, man, but shout out to her.
Looking forward, the Chicago Sky's future is on the line. That tension between Reese and Cardoso can't be ignored. If management doesn't address it, it could sabotage everything. Reese's comment about players not returning wasn't just a warning. It was a spotlight on the team's deeper issues. Expect aggressive roster moves, possible trades, and maybe even bold free agent signings. With a 13-27 record, there's no room for mistakes. Chemistry is everything, and if they don't fix it now, the 2026 season could collapse before it begins. Fans know it. Analysts know it. The front office is under more pressure than ever.
The Chicago Sky are doing this season. They're clearly not going to make playoffs.
And then there's the coaching staff. They're in the toughest position of all. How do you balance egos, manage personalities, and create a winning culture in the middle of this storm? They'll need to craft a system where Reese can shine without overshadowing Cardoso, and where rising rookies aren't forgotten in the drama. It won't be easy. Every play call, every substitution, every post-game statement will be scrutinized. And the big question now looms over Chicago. Will Angel Reese redeem herself and lead the Sky forward, or will this feud define their downfall in 2026? The eyes of fans, analysts, and the entire league are locked in. This isn't just a storyline anymore. It's a battle for the future of a franchise.
What was the over-under amount of fouls called for this game? Does anybody know that prop bet?